accepted. Wait, where are we going?
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Minions have spawned.
That wasn't my first choice to save the world, but I'm not the wrong one. The sorceress lost once. We're gonna beat her again.
First blood.
Ancient evil or not, we can win. It's time to prove it. No one gets broken on my watch.
Executed.
Someone's gotta protect the protectors. I'll make sure we all get out of this in one piece. I won't crack under pressure. Art plus time equals history.
Okay.
Hey guys, welcome to the second stream here. I really hope that you guys can see the right monitor and display here. But going in here, we have got a match here at Lethal Tempo 7. In the losers round 1, we've got the Stragglers versus Team Hala here, with the Stragglers losing to second seed Big Win in winners, and Hala losing to Team Perma Push here. Going into the banning phase here, we've got the bans of Diana and Gwen from the Stragglers, no doubt trying to hit Face Your Heretic, Maverick, who was a extremely potent player in the last Lethal Tempo. Definitely, probably being the single most target banned player of the tournament, which is always really exciting. Poor guy, of course. And then pulling the Hecarim and Gwen bans as well. On Team Hala, we're going to see the Tahm Kench, which Croc on the Stragglers side is a Tahm Kench, pretty much almost exclusive player, very, very potent at the character. So not sure what his match history looks like as recent, but I'm sure he's got a lot of Tahm Kench, and his mastery definitely shows there. So definitely a great pick. Lilia with Soggy Woggy being a really high caliber jungler with one of his main characters there as well. Of course, Hecarim was also banned from the Straggler side, and that was one of the characters that Soggy Woggy plays quite a bit. So, you know, he's banned out a little bit to a degree there as well, too. Locking in Echo, which is, I know is one of Soggy Woggy's characters, and that's likely going to be his pick there, too. Cho'Gath being Chodgath, I know, crazy, his main pick there. So they're locking in those two picks from the Echo. And then with Team Hala locking in Amumu, they're getting both their junglers out of the way here. Cho'Gath being a flex pick, of course. He can run a couple different lanes. You can run him top, mid, jungle, and even support if you're feeling wild. Realistically here, with the information that Team Hala has, if they're looking at assuming that Cho'Gath is running Cho'Gath, his match history probably consists of mainly jungle and top lane, not playing a lot of mid, so they can probably safely assume he's one of those two. So they have some information to work with there. They're locking in Tristana and Nami. They're going to show their hand for the bot lane right away there. Maybe they wanted to make sure that the Nami pick was taken away from the other side in case that is a support that they play. Or they just felt really confident in the lane. It's kind of hard to say. That said, we're getting the other side of 80 carry on the Stragglers and likely to be matching with the Jhin. Now we're going into the second phase of banning here.
This is really loud.
It's really loud. Hello.
Yeah, okay, that's you. All right. You're back.
Nice. Cool. Nice. Yep, so we're taking away Kale as well, too. Honestly, this is going to be like, since the patch just came out a couple days ago, I've only gotten to play like 2 or 3 games of the new patch, so I'm really excited to see how the Rift Quests really enhance this. I've heard that Kale and scaling champions are definitely really obnoxious, especially in the top lane. So, you know, I understand the Kale pick, even if it's not for a specific player. The general ban and threat of the character is really high, and apparently she got hotfix nerfed as well, too. So that's awesome. Likewise, we're seeing an Ornn ban as well, too, from Team Hala. Potentially for similar reasons. Scaling top laner provides so much value to the team when the game goes on long enough. The added agency of top laners with, you know, free teleport or unleash teleport with the extra home guard and percentage max HP shield. There's just more agency than there's ever been for top lane, so I'm really excited to see how that pans out for not just the tournament, but League of Legends as a whole over the course of the year. Stragglers closing out their final ban on Zed, as Team Hala has not shown their mid laner yet. So, and we're seeing the Vladimir ban from Hala. Those are all of the bans locked in. So now we're going to see the final uncontested picks coming out here. We've still got the support and the mid laner from the Stragglers. Thresh with Jhin, definitely lots of lockdown power there. A good hook or flay will guarantee Jin's W. Get the root there, lots of damage on lockdown. Now it's Hala's team. They're trying to lock in their picks here. Oh, they got 0 seconds left. Unless it's just lagging out there, which looks like it's likely. Yep. Locking in Nico as the mid laner. Nico, safe, versatile pick. Nico cast magic on you. Shoom, shoom. I know. My Nico impression is very impressive, for sure. And we're seeing Jax as the top laner. Jax in the Cho'Gath, I can't imagine being particularly incredible for Jax, because Cho'Gath just wants to walk away from the trades and scale just as well as him. But if nothing else, both of those characters are okay to just punt out minions and scale to their late game strengths. Oh, actually, it's going to be Alawi as the top lane counter pick, and that means it's Cho'Gath mid versus Nico. This will be interesting. Okay, we're getting into the game here. We confirm with the teams, and we'll get things started. Maverick, officially that guy, jumping up. Honestly, yeah. That Maverick guy. Him and his sorties, man. Diana in League, Aegis in Smash Ultimate. You just know that guy's a bit of a cringer. I don't know what to tell him. Just kidding, I love that guy. Super, super wholesome guy. It's always the nicest people you know. Just like play competitive games in just the worst way. You should see our Smash Ultimate team. Our #1 player right now in the Fraser Valley is a Kazuya player. Yeah, he's just abomination. But unfortunately, he's just one of the most lovable people I've ever met. So you know, there's just no winning. You know. All right, Maverick's back. We'll lock it in now. Okay, here, a reminder how our remake clause works is that if there is a technical issue in the first minute and a half or 2 minutes of the game before First Blood has taken effect, both teams are allowed one remake each to fix their issues. After that, though, you know, you got no more resources left, so hope you get everything fixed up in that first remake if need be. But, of course, the remake is off the table once First Blood takes effect, so everybody take your time, check your summoner spells, make sure everything's working. We've all seen that guy that locks in clash with your homies, doesn't pick his summoners, or doesn't take smite as a jungler. But, you know, that's okay. That's okay. It's fine. I will mute temporarily. We'll be back shortly.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. spawned.
Okay, getting into the game here. We're starting off really quickly here. Red team going in for the invade. So early on. Oh. And Cho'Gath scouts out the Tristana. Misses the rupture though, so it looks like she's probably going to get away here. They used a lot of resources to get that. Oh, actually, they didn't really use any summoners or anything, but lots of time going through, and now the laners are going to have to safely return and get which things they can. Nico starting off the mid lane with a good electrocute poke on Cho'Gath. This will put Amumu slightly ahead in terms of camps as he opted to start blue, making the red side's invade fruitless, unfortunately for them. Alawi versus Jax. I don't know too much of how that matchup goes. I would imagine Alawi favored purely for the nature that Alawi does a lot of casting for her abilities, and she can just use her Test of Spirit and force Jax to just walk away and just take those trades. Mid lane could be a bit of a tough ask here, depending on how much Cho'Gath gets pushed out here. But again, he just needs to farm it out. He will scale much better than Nico. Nico going for the deep ward. Her ward is just near the red bramble back there, so depends if that can give Amumu valuable information at some point here. Bot lane, Thresh and Jhin are getting pretty pushed in here. Face your Heretic on Nami, having good positioning in case Amumu decides to come in for a flank. Overall, top lane though, Alawi is asserting lots of pressure there early. He's completely full health. Has Jax pushed into tower there. Oh, and that might be the first blood against Cho'Gath there. Great all-in from Nico there. It was one of those situations where just as soon as the invade happened, Cho'Gath just took a lot of, pretty much actually half of his HP from the get-go. Oh, we're seeing a bit of a skirmish here. Oh, Thresh catches the flash, okay. And this is huge damage. They are almost certainly going to take the Nami there. And that is a great pick, matching that up. Fortunately, the gold ended up going to Thresh, but you know what? A kill is a kill. They got multiple summoners there and secured it, evening up the gold count very quickly. I'm going to move up in the topside river, cutting that scuttle crowd. It's going to be a point there where you got to be careful if you're Alawi here. Oh, not because, like, obviously Alawi is a champion that we've many people have been 2v1 by many times, but the lack of mana could be a issue here, especially with the movement not too far away. You got to be cautious. Jax won't kill you, but you know, I'm not 100% sure about the ignite there, but Alawi is okay with that. Oh, and now Alawi has her ultimate online, but not a whole lot of mana to spare for it. Nico still applying a lot of lane pressure to Cho'Gath. All things considered, despite him being pushed out, he's getting lots of CS. He's not. I was very surprised. Oh, excellent bubble from Nami. That was a great rotation, but Cho'Gath barely makes it out alive. That was really important for him. Great rotation from the Nami there. Oh, and Jax ends up taking Alawi down. Really messed something up at the top there. Must have all in, but it looked like it was pretty close to the turret, so I'm assuming it must have been a little bit of an overcommitment on Alawi's part there, or the lack of mana caught up with them. That said, oh, okay, this is a great rotation from Echo. Can they get... Okay. Nami is so low. She might die to Dragon. Oh, this is such a sketchy scenario. There's so much going on here. And great pickup on the Echo. Oh, but oh, they're in a bad spot. Oh, Nico is getting so much for this. Okay, well, there's so much death there, but they managed to even it up. It's 4 for 4 there. Jin getting his kill on the board really helps them. Cho'Gath hoping to walk away from Nico. And Cho'Gath picking up the kill as well there too. The kills are really spread out well on the red side team, but at the same time, they've got all the kills on their carries on the blue team as well too, so this is going to be an exciting one. Oh, Touch the Spirit lands there with the ultimate. I'm going to use that to push Jax out of the lane, but Amumu is nearby. You got to be cautious. Jax retreating. Just going to give up the plate. Give Aegis the extra gold. Oh, I don't think Amumu is in a position to be able to fight Alawi here, to be honest. But missing the Test of Spirit is a lot of a damage drop for Alawi. Sorry, bear with me here, guys. I transferred on that. Yep, I was on it. Nice. Okay, and that is another kill on Ilawi up there. Oh, we've got 3 going up to the top lane there. They're hoping to kill the Jax. One, it's getting sketchy. It's getting so sketchy. Cho'Gath. Oh, and he does end up getting the ultimate. Okay, he can retreat safely here. Well, they used a lot for it, but they did end up getting it there. As long as Cho'Gath makes it out, okay, then they should be all right there. Though blue team does take the dragon for that. Oh, and Jin ends up taking the fall for this one as well, too. So that blue team takes the gold lead there. We're seeing a teleport in from Cho'Gath as Soggy Woggy takes his red buff there. Thrush is pretty pushed in there. And Amumu just stealing the blue buff as well, too. There, you got to be really careful if you're Thrush. Missy missed his... Oh, great hook there. That probably saved him there, because with the pull and walking back, he was able to avoid the Amumu bandage toss. Cho'Gath is starting to get tanky here, too. Nico won't be able to keep him out for very long. Oh, yeah, Cho'Gath is starting to win those trades. That is not what you want to see if you're Nico. Oh, Test is great. Barely hitting the Jax. Alawi doesn't look like she's going for the all-in quite yet. Maybe clearing his red buff there. The thing is, if you're Alawi, you gotta be really careful here, because you're getting all-in consistently here. Oh, and just that's another one. 3 kills on the Jax. Oh, and Cho'Gath with a great flash to get out of the range of that Nico ultimate, just barely. But you gotta be cautious. Nico just, oh, narrowly gets out. And then with the bot lane rotating down here. The gold is still very, very close, but of course with these 2 kills on blue side there on that Jax was able to pick up there, they are squeezing ahead. We're seeing the first about 1k gold lead since the game has started. Oh, great hook on the Nami, but we're seeing a really quick reversal here. Jin does fall with Tristana doing lots of damage really quick with her burst. Echo rotating down, seeing if he can pick up something here. Yep, no wards. This is your moment. Oh, great bubble! Oh! Oh, and nothing is done. They get out scot-free. Oh, that's crazy. Very, very good flash. Oh, man. That was a wild, wild play down there at bottom lane. Great reversal from Face Your Heretic with the Nami and, sorry, it was Jackson on the Tristana. Ooh, he's just making a lot of really aggressive plays against the Jax. Playing under turret for too long has not quite worked out in their favor quite yet. And great, they get the shutdown on Nico too. You know, despite the kill difference, like, the goal has just always been like right there. Oh, Jax using Counter-Strike. If there's an opportunity. Okay, well, that was a little unfortunate, but you know what? I think Alawi's goal may have just been the turret there. Her ultimate was up there, but I think the way that the trade happened, it just wasn't quite spaced the way that she wanted it to. That said, she's got a full turret there, and Jax still has 3 tiers of health to go through on the topside turret. So, and Echo is right up there. He may be able to take advantage of Jax up there, who's opting to retreat, it looks like, in this case scenario. I think he definitely could have capitalized off that, but that's kind of hard to say. With Dragon approaching down there at the bottom lane, and he's probably opting to rotate down there. Yeah, and that looks to be correct here. We're seeing a skirmish down in the bot lane with a Mumu. The 3-man, and they get the wipe on bot lane there. Great play with the Mumu ult, Curse of the Sad Mummy. My blue team already has a dragon to their name, so a second one would be a lot in their favor. Okay, with dragon up, you know that there's going to be more people rotating up, so Soggy Woggy opting to get out of there, see if he can take the blue buff quickly before Mumu gets over there. Crash rotating as well too. Okay, Soggy Woggy does end up getting the... I wasn't expecting to encounter Mumu there, but he does get the... Oh, yep, we got a full lineup of people here. There's going to be some stuff happening. Oh, if they can catch this Mumu, this will be big. We know they know he doesn't have his ultimate. They know he doesn't have the ultimate. Oh, great hook there, and catches the flash as well too. Excellent pick there. That was great from Red Team. They need to take advantage of these picks here if they can. They're a bit extended here, but with good rotations. Okay, Jax flash. Oh, Cho'Gath teleporting in. Oh, this could be big. They can turn this around if they play this properly. Oh, Echo is leaving though. I don't know about that. I think they have the numbers to potentially turn that around, but they didn't commit to it as a team, unfortunately. just the little things about coordinating properly, making sure that everybody's on the same page to commit to those plays. Because the Cho'Gath flank, I think, was a really good opportunity for them, but they all had to be willing to commit to their target selection and everything there. Blue team is going to take Rift Herald as well, too. That said, they do still have their mid turret up there. And their top turret. Oh, that was a great hook there. Nico does get to use her Proto Belt, Rocket Belt. Movement coming in with a Herald. Oh, they get the bounce there. Cho'Gath in a bit of a bad spot here. He's unable to get the lantern, unfortunately. At the bottom lane, Alawi's down there getting a lot of leverage. She does have quite a lot of farm, so despite the deaths, she is racking up gold her own way. And at the end of the day, it's not a kill count game, it's an objective game. You get the turrets, you get the Nexus, you get the W. Simple as that. We've all seen Sion run it down 0-16 and win the game for his team because the rotations just weren't able to match. That said, blue team's rotations have been excellent overall, and they definitely have been making the correct choices as a team. But just an example, you know. Alawi can take place for the pass. Oh, she's dropping her ultimate down there. Oh! And Moonwood coming in clutch to save. On it by the end there. It would have been a nice shutdown though, 450 gold. That's just about 800 gold with the shutdown gold included. It would have been great if she was able to get that, but she's got the backup of her team right by her side, so Tristana will live another day. They're looking to take the bot tower here as well too, get the extra gold associated with that. Yep. With this now, blue team has all of their outer turrets still up aside from the top lane, which Alawi took pretty early on. Echo is up there with Alawi. Are they going to try to pull something? I mean, this is their chance. If they want to take it on Jack, they have the 3 numbers there, but without proper vision, they can't really say where they're going. That said, we have so many of them there at the bottom side. In River, looking to probably clear vision in the red side's jungle, which seems to be exactly that. Allow you to walk away there. It's a 4v4 down there. Alawi's ultimate down though. Jax gets a lot stronger. Oh, she misses the Tesla Spirit though. That could be a big deal breaker. I don't think she'll be able to get that fight. Yep, Jax will take that as well. He's 8-1. He is huge at this point. Dragon now spawning there. Water drink. Red team is going to give this one up, it looks like. Blue team takes their 3rd drake. Their next one, of course, will be the Dragon Soul. So at that point, red team will have to respond and make some kind of commitments there. Echo just nearly missing the stun there. Yeah. Okay. This will be a huge shutdown. That is amazing. About 800 gold shutdown going to Cho'Gath there. Cho'Gath will scale really well into the late game. Great use of that gold for sure. Baron is now going to be on the board here in 20 minutes again. No longer the 25 because Otacon has been Otacroft. As supposed to be Otacon. He's out of the game, you know. Forced to dispose, but whatever. With bounties going to be expiring soon, of course, as well too. Let's see if they can get some extra plate.
Random. Some people are up basically for League of Legends now. Because if Chris.
Oh no, our poor. Okay. Back into it here. I don't think Alawi will be able to take the extended trades here against Nico. We got 3 of them there. Nami is a little out of position. The point where Cho'Gath is at here, 1 Q can mean death for any squishy if the rupture lands on them. Oh. Echo's initial burst doing a lot of damage there. Amumu's nearby, looking to protect his carries. There's a red buff there. Again, despite how much gold is, sorry, how much the kill difference is, the gold difference really isn't as big as you would think it would be, despite all the death and that bloodshed going on. Just under 3k of a gold difference here. It's definitely anyone's game, but there's a lot of things going on here. So we got there in the middle. Oh, great disengage. Oh, they got to be careful though. It's all about who red team is able to pick off there. They catch the Amumu before the ultimate, but there's a lot of damage there. Oh, Thresh missed some crucial hook there. We're going to see a teleport from Alawi. Can they do something about this? Okay, Alawi's got a really good position right here. Nami has no ultimate. Oh, but she misses the area. Oh, she's in a bad spot now. Oop. They got to see if they can walk away from this. Okay. Take first. In this case, you know, they'll take the 1-for-1. Amumu and Cho'Gath both go down. Get our tanky McTanks out of the way. Levels are pretty evenly split across the board. The significant difference, of course, being the Jax at level 16 here already at 23 minutes. It is that extra top lane experience really coming to effect with the new Season Plus. The 4th and final Drake for the blue team is going to be on the table and not too far from now, so they've got to be really cautious. Oh, red team, they're rotating together. This is what they need. If Nico's not there, if they are able to pick a fight here, they don't have Nico, this would be really significant for them. Oh, great flash. They get the Amumu, but the Amumu gets his ult off. He will probably be able to get something there. This is significant. Oh, there's so much bloodshed. Depends if they can get that Jax out of commission there. Oh my gosh. Oh, Nico does end up making it to the fight in time there. And that is going to be a 2-for-5. They did finally take the Jax. The main thing was they put the jump on the Amumu, and Amumu was able to get his ult off before they could take advantage and pick someone off there. Big shutdown on the Jax, though. I wasn't sure who that went to there. That was on Cho'Gath as well, so lots of gold going there too. And I believe Alawi was the one that got the kill on Amumu as well. Unfortunately for that, despite having the really notable shutdown there, that is going to be Dragon Soul for the blue team. So they got to be cautious there. That was a significant fight to lose. But all things considered, it was really close. You know, just some better target selection than the on the initial jump there on the Amumu. Probably would have made the difference on the fight there. And of course, great counter engages from the likes of Nami, and then just buying enough time without dying for Nico to come in and play cleanup crew as well. Alawi, Jin, and Echo are in fact alive. This is true, Tristana. Thank you for your little wisdom. Oh. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Don't be the guy that dies for the ward, man. Yep, all of blue team is up there at the top side there. If you're a red team, you do not want to be picking a fight here. They don't have Jin nearby. A lot of rotations there in the mid lane, you know, picking up some farm where they can. Jin thankfully having a lot of ample range to farm safely. You know, just one overstep is all it takes. I don't even think even with the ultimate. I don't think there's any. Oh, that stun is significant, but she did a lot of damage, but Jax will still make it out there. He just has too much of a gold lead on Alawi at this point. But it was great use of the arm guard. They get... Yep, they got one. Oh, they might be able to get significant... They can kill Jax too. Oh, they took Echo with them. Oh, this is a rough, and that is a 5-for-1. Jax does live once again, unfortunately.
Blue team has scored an ace.
And that is looking like red team is going to be pulling out the flag there. That is a good game. Just great stuff from both teams. And well played to Team Hala. They will be moving on in the tournament today. Thanks everybody for watching that set there. We'll see you guys shortly with the next match. Hey everybody, welcome back to Lethal Tempo number 7 from Tempo Avenue Games here. We are going to be looking at, as you'll see, a loser's quarters match here between the Pierceblade Hit Squad and Team Hala here. With banning phase already underway here, we're seeing from Team Hala we've got the Janna and Swain bans, and from the Pierceblade Hit Squad we're getting rid of Gwen and Diana. That seems to be the very consistent bans against Team Hala, so we'll see how that pans out there. I can I can already feel, yeah, Maverick's already timed. As soon as the Diana drops every single time, man just feels a personal attack ever since he started competing in our League of Legends events. I don't know, I think maybe like across 6 games or something, the guy has gotten to play Diana once. So, I mean, tough luck. That said, Shen is going to be the 3rd ban from Team Hala as well. Let's see what we are looking at from the Pierceblade Hit Squad as their 3rd ban. And Evelyn is going to be the 3rd ban. So we're going into picks here. Team Hala will get the first pick in this case scenario. Let's see what they prioritize here. We're going to be hovering the Braum right now. Of course, in a lot of scenarios, we're looking at Bard here. If you don't want to show your hand for your solo lanes, a lot of the times people will either opt to lock in their safe support and then just go counter-picking wars from there. Or, if you got your prio pick open, then they'll pick their, favorite champ or high synergy champion and get that out of the way. So for Team Hala, they're locking in Braum, keep their options open. The Hit Squad is hovering Echo. Let's see if they commit to Echo and someone else here. Echo and Dr. Mundo. Okay, so we're taking an almost certainly one of those two is the jungler. It's either jungler top or mid jungle. In theory, likely jungle top, but Echo obviously can run in the solo lanes as well. Either way, jungler is almost certain, so we're going to see the match on the jungler from Team Hala, assuming they lock in a movement, which they are. And now they've got to show their hand for their 3rd champion as well. They can either complete the bot lane there, but that would show the support and AD carry there, giving red team the complete counter pick for their bot lane if they so choose. But it is an option if they want to prioritize their solo laners. But that said, they see one of the solo laners right now for sure. So they have something to work with. Yep, and in this case, they're opting for Lucian. So we know that Hala's bot lane is Lucian, Braum. Lots of synergy there with the Braum passive and double shot from Lucian. Opts for quick stuns, lots of all-in burst. Braum does a great job of protecting Lucian as well, too. They can follow with both of their dashes alongside each other. So lots of great synergy there between those two. And lots of great lockdown potential between Braum and Amumu too, with great fall-offs on the ganking. Zillion does great for disengages, of course, as well. So that might be the answer that they're looking for there. Yeah, we're going to see the Zillion lock in, and now we're going back to phase 2 of bans. The Hit Squad still has room to ban out the solo laners from Team Hala, so we'll see what they opt for there. Unless we're seeing some super schmicks from Hala and it's, Lucian mid or Braum top or some shenanigans, but, we're a new season. I think we're going to be playing it relatively safe there, all things considered. We're going to see no ban in time from the Hit Squad. Okay, interesting. That's it. We're going next here. That is, they couldn't come up with something in time there, so that's a pretty significant opportunity that was missed out on. But at the same time, it's just the banning phase. Caitlyn, Sheriff Kierman of Piltover, is not going to be in this game, that's for sure. Unlike the hit fighting game 2XKO, in which case she'll be added in approximately 10 days. So let's go, Kate. The Hit Squad does get the mark this time, and with their 4th and final ban in this case, we are getting rid of Kale. One final ban from Team Hala with Aurelian Soul. And now we're going to the picks. Red team still has to pick their AD carry and one of their solo laners, likely their mid laner. Unless Echo is the jungle. Or sorry, unless Echo is the mid laner. Vayne, yep, they're going to be locking their AD carry. Vayne and Zillion. Lots of movement speed with Zillion pops that onto a Vayne, Vayne's passive and Zillion's movement speed buff. Great synergy for running down champions for sure. We're going to see Vex as the mid laner, assuming they lock it in. With the high uptime on Echo's dash and Vayne's tumble, that sure does give a lot of opportunity for Vex to use her fear passive, so I can see the thought process there. And hovering Jax as the top laner there. It looks like Jax is going to be locked in. And we'll see what the final answer from the Pierceblade Hit Squad is for their final pick. We're going to be seeing Mordekaiser into Jax, and the draft is complete, so we'll just now double check with everybody to make sure everything's good to go, and we'll start the matchup. All right, so we're getting right into it here, guys. With this going on right here, we also have Perma Push versus League of Drinking also competing against each other as well too, as well as on the winner side of things, we're winners finals with the Little Weenie Gang, our previous champions. Going up against a big win, so seeds 1 and 2, both previous tourney winners going up against each other, as per seeding dictates, and history repeats itself. So, you know, we'll see what goes on there for that, or if one of our losers bracket demons will come all the way back up and make that grind and take the crown for themselves. Because the interesting thing when it comes to League of Legends tournaments, and just tournaments in esports in general, if you're doing a single day event, you know, you'll be typically playing lots of matches in succession. So it's not just your coordination, it's not just your knowledge, also your endurance comes into play. How much can you stay coordinated, keep your drive and your brain working with the amount of micro decisions and movements that you'll have to make to keep your gameplay up to the standard it needs to be able to win the tournament. Because tournament environment, it's not like solo queue. You can't just play one, sit there for like an hour and be like, man, do I doom queue again? You don't got a choice, man. You want to lock in, you want to get that W, you're going to have to run it again. And you're going to have to keep doing it as long as you keep winning. Or, you know, you can always 0-2 the loss, back it up and go home. That's cool too. And there's always another event to give your second shot at, but the run of the dreams, the losers run, the clean sweep winners run. So many different ways a tournament storyline can go. And we're here for it either way at Tempo Avenue Games. Good luck, have fun to both teams. Let's see how things pan out here. So with this, Echo looks like he was the jungler in this case. Mordekaiser is going to be the counter pick for Vex here. And it's Mundo versus Jax up top, which I think is ideal. Because with Mundo's passive, it's hard for Jax to get lots of stun off on him. And the early lane control from Lucian and Braum is pretty significant here, of course. You gotta be careful to not get all in. Mordekaiser versus Vex could be a rough one. Similar to what we saw last game between Nico and Cho'Gath. We're seeing a champion with ranged poke versus a melee character, and Mordekaiser with even a smaller threat range than Cho'Gath does. That said, as we were talking about before, with Vex's passive of activating on dashes and mobility, all in. We see the heal come out from Zilean to save him from the Braum passive there, which undoubtedly would have spelled his death with Lucian right there next to him. Lots of fights taking place here. These teams like to scrap, and we're here for it. Okay. Blue team warding up, making sure to scout vision there with a new river ward mechanic. Great pressure from Jackson Lucian right there. Lucian Vayne, definitely a tough one early on. Braum taking lots of poke damage there. I should say poke damage, tower damage. And they do end up picking up the kill at bottom lane. They catch the... Lucian ends up passing there because Zilean flashed away. Braum is going to flash out. They're going to make that a 1-for-1. Summoners across the board there out of the equation. And now both teams are vying for the scuttle there. But if I saw that correctly, I believe blue team was the one to take it by the end of it. Bring it down a notch. Okay, Mundo resetting it at the top. Jack's able to force Mundo out of the lane early. In theory, I could have seen it that Mundo would do pretty good into Jax, but I'm not sure how the meta is developed for the characters or how the matchup actually plays out at a high level. So, Bot lane wave shoves into the tower there. Braum trying to keep the minions there using his Unbreakable. Ward manages to keep the wave from hitting his tower, which is nice. Iron stands eternal. Okay, vision in the river rush there. Yeah, all things considered, I think Mordekaiser is playing it really well. Despite the rage advantage, he's used his W to stay in lane significantly, mash Vex's CS. Braum's got to be careful. He's applying lots of pressure to Vayne and Zilean, but, a little oversteps and then it all falls apart, right? Lucian's got a 17 CS lead on them at bot though, which is significant. Both Echo and Amumu are rotating up to make some plays here. They end up getting to Zilean here if they can. Double kill from Lucian. Excellent rotation. Echo's here, but I don't know if Echo will be able to do anything with this. This could be a triple for the blue team if they play it right. Excellent. Well played from blue team. Those rotations were immaculate. Great follow-up. That again, Amumu was there at the perfect time, but now that we know Vex called her MIA, but Mordekaiser, he's here for blood. Without any way to reliably gap close, though, all three of them are going to survive here unless he makes some Hail Mary dive play. Oh, he's playing risky gambit there. The ultimate was canceled? Was it a range thing? He takes the W. He's playing a risky game. It's not impossible for it to work out for him. Oh, but the auto, the W expired, and Lucian is 4-1. That is a scary scenario there. Mundo trying to run down Jax. If he lands the cleaver, he might just try to do it anyways. Oh, he ends up taking him with him. Okay, he committed to the Hail Mary, and mind you, if he landed the cleaver beforehand, he probably wouldn't have had to take those extra 2 tower shots and make it a even trade. But you know what? He committed to it. Got the kill in the end. If he missed that cleaver, it would have been a kill to Jax anyway, so it worked out. It definitely could have been worse. Outside, we're seeing a whole 2,000 gold lead already in the 7-minute mark coming in here. Blue team's got a lot here, but red team, they're sneaking this Drake here, and they look to be mostly uncontested, if not completely uncontested. And Echo's going to take that dragon and walk away, no questions asked. With Grub's going to be up very shortly as well, though. We'll see how the teams rotate accordingly. If we're going to see it contested or not. Top lane, very scrappy for sure. And then when it comes to the mid lane there, Mordekaiser was able to walk all the way down and about and got a kill, and still is pretty much the exact same experience, the same level as Vex's. So, you know, there's definitely, well, likely an opportunity for Vex to rotate around somewhere. But she did give her team ample warning that Mordekaiser was coming, so they were able to rotate out prepared, because if they weren't, it could have been way worse for them. Oh boy. Vex is ult chaining. Okay. They are getting so much here. Team Hala really setting an early game dominance here. And mind you, characters like Vex, Lucian, Amumu, they can pick those fights with their team really well early on. Versus characters like Mundo and Vayne, they need to get their gold, they need to get their 2 and 3 item power spikes to really get online in a lot of matchups. Oh, Echo is just turning up there. This is a rough one here. They might just have to take the situation. Oh, with the culling here, he's able to do something with it. Ooh. If he was there just a little bit sooner, they probably could have gotten the 3 for them. Oh, excuse him. Whoa, my apologies. Anyways, getting right back to it there. Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing. Like, with Jax's Counter-Strike, assuming Mundo is reactivating his passive as often as he can, and choosing his moments, the Counter-Strike trading is not going to allow the same or even remotely comparable leverage that it normally offers. Oh, but Mundo did not choose to fight with the passive up there. He's going to get ignited, but he's Dr. Mundo, and he's going to walk it off there. Pop his refillable potion, and oh, ultimate, yep, he's just going to get the sustain. Oh, we're going to see a not necessarily all, it might have been an all-in here, but Echo's down here. Lucian is just going to try to walk away there. He can't really do anything here. Ooh. It was close. He was almost able to get something for it. Mundo teleports back in there. Jax with the notable CS lead over Mundo at this point. Just about 20 CS. Mordekaiser dropping the wards in the blue side jungle there. With Vex being down at bottom, they're likely to make some kind of a data play if they can, but red team looks like they will scrap out before anything malicious and devious happens. Oh, not so fast. Vayne, you'll have to spend more time before you recall. Oh, window file, okay. They see a Mumu up there. Are they going to commit to a fight? No, doesn't look like it. Jax does get to reset. Essence Reaver, big power spike for Lucian. Reminder that they did change Essence Reaver to one of its previous iterations now with the new season, so definitely gets a lot better for champions like Lucian. You may see it come back for, you know, other Spellblade champions like Ezreal as well. But Ezreal, you know, has 7 million itemizations over the years. Okay, we're seeing a 4v4 down here. Does Unbreakable block Mordekaiser's ultimate? It must? Or just the timing is incredible. It's kind of hard to say, but blue team's gonna walk Mordekaiser out, take the dragon, and go on their way. Red team barely walks away. Sure, if Lucian wanted, you could walk up there, just let a Hail Mary culling go through, and yeah. With the foresight, being able to see every move your opponent makes, of course. Me talking on my high horse. And I have every single benefit to look at everything. Oh, I would have made this decision here. I would have made this decision here. But you can actually say that, because you're not playing the game. With limited information, it's hard to make those calls. Okay, Vayne looks to finish their quest there. Oh, they've got an amazing situation there. Oh, yep. Catches him out of position. Okay, Vayne is in a terrible spot for this. Vex with the ult. She had to participate, get her numbers up too. You know what? I'm Jarvan. I'm helping. What's that mean, except it's Vex in 2026 and not Jarvan in 2010. Can you tell I'm old, but this game's been out for a long time? That said here. Blue team looking to take the bot tower and call this a bottom lane over. And they'll do exactly that. First turret is down there. Jack's probably going to be keeping up. Yeah, top lane as Mundo resets. Alright, getting back into it here. We're seeing 4 in the mid lane. Echo trying to get a quick and steady pick on Lucian. But Lucian is a pretty hard champion to pick off in this situation. He has DF on everything. And then, yeah, he has Flicker Blades up as well too now. So movement speed and then the basic ability cooldowns, you know. Lets him use Relentless Pursuit to dash around super often. And lets his Spell Slinger style of play really go crazy. That said, speaking of going crazy, Jax is going all in against Mundo. Mundo's going to pop his ult though, and Jax is going to retreat. It goes nearby for backup, but it wasn't necessary. Blue team looking to pressure the mid lane tower as well. That played just like a sprinkle. Just the gentlest Soraka banana auto. Would probably take that last play. That said, red team is going to try to sneak the Herald, but it turns out they're not so sneaky, and blue team is here, aside from Amu missing the vantage toss. They're trying to do a big disengage from there on the red side. Oh, Echo almost took the Jax and got away with it, but that's not going to be the case here. Oh, we're seeing a good counter from red team. This could be what red team needs. This could be exactly what red team needs. That was a 3 for 2 here. Whew. The 3 for 2 was a trade that red team really needed. Echo with 5 kills on the board right now. Just wiped out Hala Town. Get it? Yeah, I'm tired. Don't at me. Anyways. That fight was very significant for the red team nonetheless, though. Dragon about to spawn. Yeah, Dragon is up right now. And Vayne's already getting us started for the team there. Red team overall just got there a little bit faster. Due to the nature of the respawn timers, of course, that they condemned blue team to. But Amumu, if you're gonna hit that moment, you gotta do it now. Walked it a little too late, didn't opt for advantage toss engage or anything like that. Banana unfortunately had to flash out as well too. Mordekaiser TPing in. Oh, Amumu is going to pay for the hesitation there. And red team is going to take the Drake and the kill. And that gives them 2-1 on the Drake count. They'll really want to capitalize on getting some picks early in this mid game if they can, while they want to capitalize on Lucian's power spikes. Because as the game gets gets further and further along, Vayne will get stronger and Lucian will get weaker, and it's just something to be cautious of as well too, especially with HP tanks and off tanks like Mundo and Mordekaiser. They're gonna be stacking tons of HP, and Lucian has no % HP damage in his kit, so he will just not be able to shred those champions the way some AD carries can. On the converse side, Vayne with her signature thing being % max HP true damage will be able to wail down Braum and Amumu in the late game in seconds. Okay, Mordekaiser getting the Vex tick there. Oh, Lucian, you're gonna need to get those hits in. He's playing a little too safe here, I think. Yeah, they're gonna let Amumu and Vex die there. At the same time, it's a top-to-back thing. Yeah, if Lucian dies, he gives up a bounty. Well. And now we're going to see Jax reset there. But Mundo's coming down there as well.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
All in down here to the bottom lane. Okay. Ignite's popped. Ult's popped. It's just the two of them. It depends on how they want to commit. Oh, Jax is going to use his flash there. Mundo is probably going to take the opportunity there. He knows his resources are exhausted. It depends if he can catch up to him. Yep. Okay, Braum there to save the day. Give Jax the jump he needs. The way the trumpets and violin play in the Demacian season Summoner's Rift theme, it just like it gives me Star Wars vibes at some points. That's all I'm gonna say. And that might sound extremely crazy, but if you hear it, you hear it. That's just what it is. Alright, getting back into it here. You know, lots of passive play, just clearing some waves right now. No immediate objectives up. No Otacon to beat into the ground here. Because, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on your perspective, he died for the sin/lack of sin of Mr. Xinjiao. Rest in peace. You spawned old Aatrox back into the game though, which I'm sure some people appreciate. That said, as I go off on a tangent, blue team really dogpiling red team at the bottom there, giving a double kill to a Mumu with the kill on Echo and Mundo. They're in a great prime position to take some objectives here. They might go for the Baron if they rotate up for it. It's kind of hard to say. But yeah, of course, Dragon is spawning right now too. Even out the Drake count is likely the safer place. I might be crazy, but I'm looking for the Dragon timers here in the spectate mode, and I'm sure it shows it somewhere, but I can't see it for the life of me, so I will just hope and dream. Oh, objective timers. Look at that. It's right there. Mundo going all in here. Yep, does end up killing the Braum there. Unbreakable. Oh. Big damage. Big damage. Oh, okay, but Mundo does... Yeah, sorry, Amumu does take down Mordekaiser there. Jax does get condemned off there. Oh, Mundo going all in. Oh, this is a really big situation for red team. They turn that fight around. That's a 1 for 3, and that fight's not even over yet. But no, it looks like they do get out relatively safe here. The gold count is even. It's literally perfectly even. And right when I say that, of course, blue team decides to kill a bunch of minions and make my statement age poorly by the second. So thanks for making me look more stupid, guys. Really, really awesome. Maverick, you'll pay for this at some point. Vision across the board here as we reach the 25-minute mark. The appeal of Baron gets more and more apparent. You're going to see a lot more rotations towards the top side, of course. That said, though, Drake's up in 3 minutes. It's not too far along for that, depending on how rotations go. Mundo's top side just going to be clearing the wave up there. But we are seeing a bit of a skirmish down here at the bottom lane with Echo trading stuns there with Jax. I don't think there's a world that... Wait. Okay, I was going to say, is there a world that he escapes there? You know, I respect it. It was worth a shot. The numbers weren't on his side, but sometimes you just gotta flip the switch, get the shock factor. And just lock it in. Yep, you good, man? Where are we at for the other side of bracket? Guys, they're still playing? Nice. Sorry, back now, guys. Yep, bracket is progressing wonderfully. Winners finals and the other side of losers quarters are playing right now, so lots of matches. Right after this match is done here, Pierce Blade Hit Squad versus Hala, we might see them up against their the other side of winners quarters right after, so it should be interesting for sure. Outside, Drake's up in a minute here. Red team taking the gold lead for the first time in the game here. Let's see how well that statement ages. They gotta get that stun off if they want to be able to. Vex does end up taking it out there. Okay, but that Lucian does end up finally shutting down Mordekaiser. That is really big for them, but they're in a bad spot there. Lucian probably not turning that back around. That is a 3 for 2. The fights have really been going in red team's favor lately. And again, it really is the scaling team versus early game team effect. Lucian, first since about like the 16th minute, he's been 9-1, or sorry, 8-1, and yeah, in the last 10 minutes or so, only about one more kill on the board. So it really does, when it comes down to those strong early and mid-game champions, how much leverage are you going to get when those champions are at their strongest and they can gap the enemy laners as far as relevance to power goes? Because yeah, carries, they just have such different power curves, and Vayne and Lucian are at the complete opposite ends of the power curve spectrum. Generally, of course, there's been some odd times, but I don't know if about Vayne ever being early game strong, but Lucian hasn't been too bad in some itemization, that is, in the later game, but I digress. The dragon is now on the board here. We're at 2 for 2 for Drake, so it really depends who's gonna make the scramble for the third Drake here. Red team is gonna hop on it first. Mumu not doing anything there, but we're gonna see a fight in the mid lane. The full culling being let out there. I don't think Lucian's walking away from this one with Mundo and Mordekaiser just front walling super hard there. Oh, it's really starting to fall apart for the blue team. They've lost about 3 fights in a row here. Whether it's the positioning, the target selection, rotations, they got to kind of get things together here, because not only did they lose the 3-man fight there, they did also lose the Drake too, with such a commanding lead. You know, you hate to see it fall apart a little bit more quickly. But the game's not over as well either, though. They'll lose the tower, some objectives will go down. But, as the saying goes, down, but not out. And again, a good Vex ult and Fear picks Vayne out of the fight and stops her from running down the frontliners that the blue team has there. So I'm sure that can be very important for them too. Or if they get a good chain CC lockdown with Curse to the side running from a Mumu and Braum's ultimate as well too. I'd say that, but I don't remember what the name is on the top of my head. Ground Fissure or something, who knows. Oh, good Fear. Great poke onto Echo. Echo, yeah, he's got tons of gold on the board for himself. He'll be able to 3-tap Lucian. EQ auto, as Echo do. Baron buff now expiring there as well too. Echo just vibing in the bush there. Okay, there's we're going to see the 3-man down on Mundo. Can they get the pick, or is Mundo going to walk away? Nope, they are going to get it there. That said, they're trading Vex for the Mundo. Mumu's in a really bad spot as well, too. I don't think there's anything that he can do about that. Incredible ultimate. If his team was there to follow up for it, that could have been pretty huge, but it's just going to be another situation of slightly not ideal trade for the blue side. Now we're looking at a 5k gold deficit here. Mordekaiser is pushing that tower in. Oh! Great ultimate from the Braum. Oh! Jax ult and jump out just barely enough to live the Vayne auto. If that was the third hit for Silverbolt's proc, I don't think it would have done anything. Yep. Great defense. They're able to save the top side inner turret, or base turret. That is an excellent observation. Echo sure does have a 1,000 gold bounty on his head. To get that gold into, like, Vex's hands would be huge. You know, great culling there from Lucian overall. Just, you know, you can only do so much walking around the Pit of Dragon. And that's it. Takes up 20 seconds, so naturally both teams will be hanging around here. Mordekaiser a little bit late to the fight, but it's hard to say if anything will happen before then. Mumu catches Echo there. They're in a bit of a sketchy scenario here. Mordekaiser is flanking behind them, though they've got to be careful. Oh, yeah. Mordekaiser with the flash ultimate. This is absolute destruction from the red team. That is a 4-for-1, and they're just asking to be their Dragon Soul as well. The red team, they just pulled their stuff together, and now Mundo is teleporting down here, and they're looking to end it. Lucian is all by himself. He won't be able to get away from Mundo, even with everything that he has. The respawn timers are just a little bit too high. Mumu and Braum are both up in 6 seconds, but it's hard to say if those turrets will even let that one. Okay, they're two up. They've got one turret left. Let's see if they can pull something together, the last-ditch effort. Lucian goes down. Mumu's down. And then Nexus is down. Great stuff from both teams. It was a crazy, crazy tense game. It was, I don't know, just as the power curves of the game go on, you know, the scales will be tipped. And it was a great reversal from Team Pierceblade Hit Squad. Amazing stuff from Team Hala as well too. Made it extremely competitive the whole way through. It'll be the Pierceblade Hit Squad that moves on in today's bracket. That said, we'll get started in our next matches shortly. I'll be muting up here. Stay tuned, guys.